Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is KAON Reviews. Alright folks, and as you saw in the intro, today's video is going to focus on Transformers Kingdom, War for Cybertron Trilogies, Battle Across Time Collection, Maximal Skywarp, and Sideswipe. And I have to say, it was a kind of mixed bag for me. Yes, I was extremely excited that there was going to be an Earthrise Sideswipe, considering that there is already an Earthrise Sunstreaker. However, what I really didn't like was the fact that they went ahead and put him with the Maximal Skywarp, which for anyone that knows the series, especially in its iterations such as Beast Wars 2, you do know that Skywarp is part of a Tribeca, which includes Santan and Leo Jr. to form the Gestalt Magnaboss. And needless to say, I was not that happy. Now, if they had done a 2-pack that featured, both Earthrise Sideswipe and Earthrise Sunstreaker, that would have been good. That would have been cool. I would have been down for that. But instead, I had the opportunity to go ahead, because they had it on Amazon once again, to go ahead and pick up on it. Though it did take me a while for me to get mine. But it was like, the only reason I'm getting this is for that one figure. So, and the thing about it is, they're doing that with, oh my god, where they did a redo version of Dinobot to give him, or to make him look like Grimlock. I forgot the other figure, but I was not planning on getting that one. But seeing as how I have this, figure we're gonna go ahead and do a quick review. And as you can tell, it's a basically enclosed box altogether. There's no open window to show off the figure or anything else. Now, a lot of these specialized iterations of the Kingdom line has shown this, where it's just a solid box. Hell, they did this with the whole War for Cybertron trilogy run. Specialized figures inside a separate box. You saw that with Generation Selects. You still see it with Generation Selects. Even the teaser figures, like with Ultra Magnus, and of course with Megatron and whatnot, you saw that as well. So, but let's go ahead and take a look at that. As you can tell, you have Earthrise Sideswipe along with Skywarp. Very, very nice. I love the artwork. You got the great artwork here. On the side, you have just an overlook, or sort of like from the ground up, looking at a cliff with Scorponok on there. I have to say, the artwork on Scorponok looks pretty nice. For anyone that saw my last review of the Scorponok figure, let's just say I was not that pleased with it. So here we have the product shots. On this side, you have the product shot for Maximal Skywarp and in his bird mode, and then you have Earthrise Sideswipe in his vehicle mode. Now, I have to say, basically, Skywarp is just a remolded and repainted version of Air Razor. Now, Air Razor was really cool. I liked her. I may pull her up to do a comparison throughout this video. Now for sure, I already have pulled out Siege Sideswipe to compare with Earthrise. So I am looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and take one more look at the box. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get these guys cracked open. All right, folks, there they are out of their box. And wow, I have to say that I am very impressed with Sideswipe. Though, of course, I have to say the weapons, they could use something different. I may go ahead and see if there's any weapon upgrades available for Earthrise Sideswipe. But all in all, I'm very impressed with this particular figure. As you can tell, I mean, take a look. He's got his Earth mode, Lambo mode, but I mean, he's got a brighter shade of white, not that cream color that his Siege mode is in. And there's not much difference in the head sculpt, though it looks like there's like a type of gleam in his eye, so to speak. I want to see if I can try and get this on here. There we go, right there, there we go. Take a look at his eyes. I mean, they definitely did a type of gleam on there, and it looks like maybe it's just my copy. I do see some scuffs here and there on the body, but I mean, wow, I'm very impressed. And of course, they did do a really good job in in the paint job and the paint applications on him. Where beforehand they were just dry brushing along areas of silver on black, on his feet they were silver and whatnot. Now it's just pretty much clean, very, very clean. Now there were certain throwbacks, the wheel wells and hubcaps on him, his hands and whatnot, almost the same as the Siege version. Even the weapons are almost the same. Like I said, with the Siege version that I have, I think when I got him, because I wound up getting him secondhand again. The first time around I did buy him retail, but I wound up selling him my last purge. And this time around I wound up getting the third-party upgrade weapon set for him, and they matched up pretty well. Now, like I said, I may go to non-F and see if they do have an upgrade set for this version of Sideswipe. I have to say, I'm very impressed with this. This is so awesome. Like I said, I love the paint applications, though he does seem a little bit wobbly around the knees. But all in all, very, very nice. Really, really great articulation. Kind of stiff in certain areas, and like I mentioned, kind of wobbly in others. They could have gone ahead and done make this piece kind of solid instead of leaving that gap there. But very nice. You can tell they, unlike the previous version of Sideswipe, and I will be bringing him out. you know, they didn't put these areas on him, you know, but again, they did give him a little bit more G1-ish look on him, so I'm very, very happy with that. And very nice. I have to say, this is really awesome looking, you know, before and after. But nonetheless, I'm really liking it. So I'm going to put him off to the side and give me a moment to to bring out his transform, or I should say, you know, Skywarp's transformate, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and here we have Airazor along with her, or I should say not hers, but the Battle Across Time Skywarp. And like I said before, there's not much of a difference between these two, other than, you know, different color scheme, but as well as a totally different head sculpt. Now we're gonna go ahead and do a quick facial look with her, and there is Airazor as she looked in Beast Wars. Not much of a difference, as you can tell. She you know, she has her unique colors, her look, very feminine and whatnot, you know, but that's how I see this mode. Then we have Skywarp, and yeah, you know, you do see, and we're going to bring him up for a close-up, you know, and you know, it's not bad. You know, this is how he looked in Beast Wars Neo. I mean, Beast Wars 2. Sorry. The only difference is that he's got, you know, Airazor's body. You know, but for some reason, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, he kind of looks a little bit taller than Airazor, even though they are both the same, you know, the same size. Come on, focus, damn it. Anyway, so, I mean, this is how they are. And like I mentioned earlier, you know, there's not much not much difference in terms of their modes, other than with Sunstreaker, I mean, sorry, with Sideswipe. His is a brighter shade of white, brighter colors, and with Skywarp, he's just a total recolor and a new head sculpt, you know, using Airazor. So not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead, transform them, and we'll do a side-by-side with each. Alright, there they are, Airazor and Skywarp in their bird mode. And as you can tell, there's not much of a difference, except for, like I mentioned before, in the paint scheme, but it looks like there is a difference with their head mode. Here you have a more, I want to say, falconish type of motif with Airazor, and then with Skywarp you have a more eagle look to him. Very nice nonetheless, though. I have to say, I'm kind of surprised that I'm liking, you know, these two. So, alright, so give me a moment to bring out Sideswipe and Sideswipe, and I'll be right back. Alright, and there they are, Sideswipe and Sideswipe, and you can tell the differences are night and day. Though, I mean, yes, this Earthrise Sideswipe is a lot more brighter, more Earthrise, or I should say Earth Farm, very much like the Lamborghini Countach that he was modeled after. And there we go, much better. The only thing that's missing is the spoiler, but I think I can probably pick one up through either TF Source or TF Safari, or through non-F, depending. This one was for the longest time, you know, the alien, or I should say the Cybertronian, you know, Lamborghini, and I liked them so much so is that one of the Generation Selects figures, I forgot the name of the figure, but it did have some alternate weapons, and one of them happened to be Sideswipe's Rocket Pack. Now this has seen some better days, some rather paint scuffing and whatnot, but nonetheless it worked out pretty well, you know, for the time I had it. And this went on the back of this one, but nonetheless, you know, they are good figures, these two. Now, more than likely, since I do have him, I'm probably going to go ahead and get Sideswipe. Sunstreaker. So they should still be, I think Sunstreaker should still be available on Big Bad Toy Store, so I'll probably look there for him. But nonetheless, you know, on a scale, well, as a matter of fact, before I go ahead and start doing a grade, let me bring both Skywarp and Earthrise Sideswipe together. I'll give you my score and my final thoughts on each. And I have to say, as much as I did not really like him, he was alright, you know, but still, as a standalone figure, without the rest of his Magnaboss crew, and the fact that he's not a combiner, I'm kind of mixed on it. He is a good repaint. I did like the attempt that Hasbro had done, but honestly, I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8. Mostly for mostly for the reasons I mentioned. The fact that he wasn't part of the combiner that his character originally came from. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky on this. More than likely that I am, but you know, he is a good-looking figure. I like him. It's just that I really wish that Hasbro had opted to go ahead, if they're going to do a 2-pack, do a 2-pack of the two vehicles that we all know, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. That would have been a great 2-pack, in my personal opinion. So an 8 for Skywarp. Now for Sideswipe, why am I saying Sunstreaker? Sunstreaker wants me to get him. That's probably why. Okay, so in terms of Sideswipe, god damn it. Okay, I'll get you next. Anyway, I have to say I like that, but I am going to look into getting, more than likely going on non-F and seeing if there is an weapons upgrade set for this particular figure in general. So if there is, I am so getting that so I can swap out these weapons. Not to give it any issue with it, they are good weapons. I'm just not feeling it. I prefer seeing him with this type of shoulder-mounted cannon or missile launcher, and this type of weapon, but a much more whiter color like he's got. But My score on him, I'm going to have to go ahead and give him a 9. So, an 8 for Skywarp, a 9 for Sideswipe. But that's my take on the figures. I'd like to hear from you. Were you able to pick this up on Amazon? And if you did, do you like them? Do you hate them? Leave me your comment about him in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I put up new videos. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.